little bit, still really strong. But he comes from the weaknesses of like, gauntlets, guitars, they do the same thing. Meanwhile, over here with Priya, Hughes is probably the most forward-thinking player in Brawlhalla when it comes to picking a character that he wants to be ready for the event that matters.
Okay.
And that's BCX, right? Chakram got gutted.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's no other way around it, right?
Yeah.
It got completely gutted, and now is getting some of its power back.
Okay.
And I view this as Hughes preparing for where he thinks things are going to be by the time that BCX comes through.
Okay.
Because Chakram has not been very popular.
Yeah. That's why this is a bold bet that Hughes is making by working on this legend.
Keep in mind, Hughes has bet on Vector and succeeded. He also bet on Jaehyun when everybody said that Greatsword was like the worst.
Okay, but that was like Greatsword players saying that, so we can't really.
And now they're right. It just took 3 years of nerfs, right?
I don't even know if they're right now.
Anyways, we can focus on the match that's in front of us, which is that I'm very excited to see this new age of Chakram where the split recovery is just kind of just doesn't do anything anymore. So you've got to use both forms if you want to be able to get the knockouts. And we see right now Hughes coming in here on the fused weapon. Hitting that nair, sending him flying up to the top.
Not enough to KO, though. Everybody's in KO damage. SAC hasn't really thrown out signatures just yet. There's a neutral signature, and he gets punished instantly by a grounded Use the recovery. Not enough to KO off the top, just a little bit too low on that one. There's the inlight from the middle of the stage. That one's going to do, that was a lot of damage that Use had to build up before he found that KO. The fact that it was an inlight on Sword from the middle of the stage.
Oh, I am going to be so used biased throughout this set, depending on how he uses this, because you know, it's no stranger that I was just like screaming about everybody only using split Chakram.
We remember, Tazza.
But Hughes did spend a good portion of that last stock using it fused, and so now I'm just curious how he's going to be playing it here as he's getting more damage with the SAC. SAC, on the other hand, is trying to end the stock here. D-light, side light, waits out for the recovery, and Hughes just did nothing.
Yep. Well, he did throw out that dodge, and then SAC wasn't able to do anything off of that. He's getting handled here on the edge, finds the side air. It was looking like there was a time where Hughes was doing a great job of like juggling SAC, and SAC had gauntlets in his hand, so he really couldn't contest very well with the nairs and the recoveries that were coming out from Hughes' chakrams on that one. Oh, a little bit of an interrupt there. You see him go in right after with the down air, but out came the dodge from Hughes he was expecting.
He was still pressuring him unarmed. I was like, oh, the sword's right over there. End light, side light, end light, that's classic. Gets the recovery as well. Nice to see Hughes back at home on the sword here. Putting out some down lights, goes in for the side take, just catches SAC completely off guard. Solid 2-stock lead.
And that is one of the really interesting things about Hughes is like the first World Championship he won was very greatsword focused. The second one, while still playing on Jaehyun, it was very sword focused. Yeah. That was like his main. Oh my gosh! Huge damage coming out from Hughes, showing that juggle potential that Chakrams has. It almost looks like max mode the way he's using them right now. Even gets the down sig on that. That was beautiful.
And gets the recovery. Now we're entering that area though where he'll probably need to fuse the Chakram if he wants to end the stock, or you just switch over to sword, which is like why most players played sword on any other weapon combo, right? Is when you're having trouble getting those knockout confirms, you can go over to the weapon that did it first. Gets the side sig right afterwards. A lot of signature usage coming out from Hughes as well. Very interesting. The one that's my favorite on Priya's kit in particular is that when you're stacked and you're reading either them dodging in place or dodging behind, down sig, even though you step forward, it's the swing back that usually catches
covers
people.
Here and here, so it covers in front of you and behind. You know me, I've always been a fan of double-sided signatures like that. Yeah. So it is, the way he used it was absolutely beautiful.
And overall, just a lot of great mix-up. Let's see what SAC's able to do there. There was twice that the side sig, both sword and on Chakram, they kind of have the same function, right? Just travel forward, catch somebody off guard that's holding the edge. Those really caught SAC off guard. So we're going to go here into game number 2 and see how he plays against Hughes here.
Gonna pick up the Chakram here. There's the side light, fuse coming out. Then he swaps over, splits them.
Now looking for the drag down. Oh, goes right back over. Fuses up, goes in for end light. I think he was trying to find a combo starter with the fuse.
Okay, potentially, yeah.
Right, because that's the thing with both of those. If it's technically, even though you're switching the form,
you're doing a move.
It does a move. One pops them up, one sends them flying forward. The fusing of the Chakram is actually a pretty good poke. Goes in for it again. And if he gets that fuse, right, like if he gets the downlight off the right, it will actually send them pretty far out to the stage. Gets an edge guard as well. Side stick does it to avoid the follow-up right afterwards to fall to the left side of the stage. And there it is.
Caught him just a little bit too high, and he ends up getting the hit and the KO. There hasn't been too... Well, I take that back. There has been a fair bit of off-stage game. We saw SAC go in with a guitar dare earlier, and then we saw Hughes do a great job early in this game as well. Playing with him fused here.
Nair recovery.
Yeah.
Man, recovery does not... It does not go as far as it used to. Look at them. Like, I'm having trouble just, like, discerning between whether he's using there or recovery.
Yeah, it can be kind of tough given you don't have the greater force on it that it felt like it used to.
Sidelight comes through, is getting some more combo starts here. SAC finally cuts through with the downline of recovery. That's going to be it. No, stock does not get taken. SAC still looking for it. That will do it.
Yeah, he didn't really chase into the sky at all. He just kind of stuck to the ground. You saw that neutral signature come out, and then there was the D-Light into the recovery. He has used without a weapon, but the spawn comes in right on top of Use. He's able to grab it. Here's the sword. Sidelight into the neutral light, the classic.
Oh, got off stage. Goes over the side air, and then the ground pound hits. Yeah, I think a little bit of misjudgment on how far he was going to go when he did that side air. Locked in the move because it missed. You got that the lag of the end frames on miss. Gave Use plenty of time to get that ground pound there, and the only place that SAC could go. And now it's 2 stock to 1 again. Just kicking him so much.
Yeah, sidelighting forward right as Use backs up. You know that's going to be a punish every single time he goes for that. Sticking with the Fuse right now, that's exactly what he's looking for. Yeah. The split on the D-Light into the neutral air.
Cool. I am very excited about this because like, I can't tell you how annoyed it was that people were just using that as the let me get my weapon activated move, and using it in neutral to get combos. Downlight neutral,
nice.
Or downlight nair is a true combo. Gets the spike there as well. Well played by Use. 453 damage to 283.
That's incredibly efficient.
There was a moment in that set or in that game where I was like, okay, SAC's bringing it back, got the D-Light recovery. Sure, didn't knock out the right away, but he got it that time as well. And then that offstage thing happened, and then it was just all curtains after that, right?
He's just hardly able to find like any of the things that you want to see.
That downlight fuse, and so he's unfused here, and he uses the fuse dare for the spike as well. Yeah, which is great. Before, man, I'm gonna annoy the heck out of you with this. You remember how many people were doing that split?
Yeah, it was just split
and
there.
they would dare, and it drags them up, and then they'd have to go for the execution test of the Sair into the wall, and then Sair them again with the weaker Sair, and now Use is just hitting him with 1 move. That's great. I love Use.
He's definitely playing it very technically.
Yes.
And showing that he fully understands the weapon in the way it's designed as well. Even the recovery follow-up off of that. Huge damage coming out. It just seems like SAC is not able to get any momentum going whatsoever. We saw him hit the half pipe earlier on Use in game 1. Ultimately, that didn't even matter as Use still won the game in the end. Getting under, okay, here's a stock. Does he have enough to get back? SAC's really going down there.
Yeah,
he has enough to get back and he didn't get hit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
An amazing capitalization of the weakness of the Chakram is that if you go off stage with your amazing offstage moves and you get knocked downwards, you're not coming back up. You have no way up with the split recovery. You'd have to waste your dodge fusing it again, and that's just the same distance at that point. So he brings it right back, but SAC doing a good job playing around the Chakram's weaknesses this time. But oh man, Use just dragging him around.
String.
SAC just getting caught without a dodge, and that's so much damage coming through from the double blades.
Sidesy goes through, but a nice spot dodge from SAC gets him through it. Is he going to go back and fuse them so he can go the down air on the edge? Doesn't get the down air on the turnaround. There was the dodge from Use. This time he's dodging up and away. Grabs him right as he hits the ground, and then the backside yet again.
Yeah, on the dodge in. Now on the fuse Chakram, looking for these Sairs and down airs. If he hits it on the way back, it ends up sending them the opposite way, but he's doing a good job spacing it to get the very edge of that attack, and now he's over on the sword. This is going to be a much easier way to be able to knock out.
Easy punish for him. He picks it up right away and gets the KO off of it too. Now going back over to the Chakram. He's going to juggle these to delay the weapon spawn just a little bit. Now he's going him to split, so he's going to split it ahead of time rather than using it as a move as a part of a string.
Yeah, now SAC getting juggled, but he manages to get back down with the ground pound. Let's see if he can even things up here. If he goes down here, that's going to be a quick 3-0. NSIG dodged out of the way. If he held the charge a little bit, he could have gotten it, but nope, there's Use getting several nairs in a row. Sidelight to pull him in, and light down.
You're just going to down air right in front of him like that. You're going to serve yourself up on a silver platter.
And now Use going in for that NSIG right afterwards. Could get a spike here, but the weapon toss stops it from happening. Sidestick will take him down, and Use with the quick 3-0 over SAC. Well played on the Chakram, showing off a lot of new techniques here in this top 8. Now going over into top 3 with that win. Expertly done, and very exciting to see. Because, yeah, we are not seeing Chakram.
Yeah, and he's showing, like, everything. Well, maybe not absolutely everything, but so much of what makes Priya Priya.
I feel so happy